MTV, and I read her book, and I just found it was a very non-scary introduction to Islam for someone who knows nothing about it. So I just really wanted to talk to her about her whole experience, really, and how we can change the perception of Islam in the media, because obviously I'm in the media.
Do you still work for the Daily Mail?
Yes, yeah.
And how do you think the media portrayal in the Daily Mail is towards Muslims?
I think there are many more Muslim writers nowadays, Muslim women who are writing. I do think that is changing, and I think that will continue to change with more online comments, blogging. I don't think there's just one opinion. It's not as easy to have propaganda these days. It's much harder, which is a good thing.
Do you think slowly Islamophobia is being eradicated?
That would be too much of a sweeping statement, I think. I don't know, but it's something the media is addressing. I mean, look at Homeland. It's one of the most popular programs on television. It's at the centre of it. It's this sort of anti-hero, and you see him praying with his forehead on the ground, and that's mainstream America. So that must mean something. That it's portrayed in quite a complex way. He's not a villain. He's not a hero. And I think that's quite new as well.
And how did you find Kristiane's book?
The reason I liked Kristiane's book was because it wasn't preaching. It was really just saying what happened to her. It wasn't a doctrine. It wasn't saying you have to be this way. It was purely her choice.
And how have you found this event tonight with all the questions and answers? What did you make of it?
Yeah, it was really, really interesting. And the main thing that I heard from people is everyone is so friendly. They want people to see what Islam is really about, not just the headlines. So that's been quite interesting for me.
And are you going to be writing about Kristiane's book in the Daily Mail?
No, I don't think I am going to, but no, I will give her a little line on her jacket if she wants one.
But thank you for, your help towards positive projection of Islam and promoting the book for Kristiane. Thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah, thank you.
And we had a wonderful evening tonight where you were in conversation with Liz Jones from the Daily Mail. How was that?
I thought it was brilliant. She asked so many very good questions, very sensitive. I'm so touched she even read my book, and teased out some of the issues. And it was a wonderful crowd, very receptive, and a lot of question and answer. We could have gone on for another half an hour or an hour. I think people were just really into it.
It was a very different crowd today from your usual crowd, different types of questions, and I think you really helped in promoting an understanding of Islam amongst a lot of non-Muslims who were here tonight. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm so grateful that some of my old friends came, and also some of the Chelsea crowd, or just people who are doing a PhD on transformational stories and so on. It was a very interesting crowd. I agree. I'm touched, and I'm really happy. And of course a lot of Muslims as well, and some local Muslims. I think even they, came up to me and said, "Oh, we learned so much, and we need to do more of this." And I got some invitations, because as a convert, you are sometimes, left out, as you well know. I told you, So it was very well received. I'm glad this lady Natasha is doing something as well to bring societies together, Muslims and non-Muslims. So I think it actually, highlighted a lot of issues that we all face at this talk, and hopefully it will make people think and do something positive about these things.
And you're right, it was such a different blend of crowd here today, and in Chelsea at the Mica Gallery, wonderful location. Yes. Wonderful ambience, yes. And thank you so much, Kristiane, for doing this and letting people again share your experience of this wonderful journey that
Thank you. And one important point that was mentioned was the need for more Muslims in the media, more people like you and Nabil who work in the media, who get out there, because we need to. That's what Liz Jones said. I think that is very important.
Well, I think we need you back in the media.
Oh, thank you.
My name is Babak Imamian. I'm the chairman of British Iranian Business Association.
And how did you come to be here tonight?
I was interested in the subject because the subject mainly is about integration between a community of men and women. Now, the world has a problem with integration. We try to separate races, genders, different religions, because it's much easier to control people if you are categorizing and you are separating them. But putting everything together, that's when it becomes hard work. The hard work starts when it comes with integration. And I thought the subject of evening was about integration between men and women, different races, different religions, and everything else.
My name is Aisha. I came along today to the event at the Mica Gallery in Knightsbridge. There was an audience with Kristiane Backer and Liz Jones. It was a really beautiful evening, a very informative evening, and I've read Kristiane's book, found it very difficult to put it down, and I think that it's really important to communicate this message to a wider audience, particularly I would imagine to young girls who are really very much the target of many media campaigns, just to make people think about what they're doing. I think Kristiane's story is a very powerful one.
It was energizing, it was innovative, a lot of interesting questions being asked by Liz Jones from the Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday. She's a clever lady with hard-hitting questions, and I thought the questions were real, contemporary, and I think Kristiane, on the other hand, rose to the occasion. I think she handled the questions very well. She's inspiring.
It was a very stimulating discussion tonight, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to have young people engaged in such dialogue and communication, I think is exemplary of the 21st century.
Basically, I'd been reading Kristiane Backer's book, and it came at a very specific time in my life when I was also asking certain questions about life, and also in relation to my PhD, which is on the religious transformational experience.
You've been helping Kristiane Backer with promoting her book and the book sales, and you're here again tonight. How was this event?
It was lovely, it was very nice, and it's turned out to be a great success and a great turnout.
And are you enjoying this journey with Kristiane in traveling, meeting people, hearing stimulating discussions, and then the joy of people reading this book?
Yes, definitely people come to me with several questions, and I'm learning by their questions and by the experience of the events. And it's, mashallah, picking up, and people are getting really inspired, and the word is spreading around.
I'm here at Mica Gallery to support one of my dear friends, Kristiane Backer. We've just finished a talk with Liz Jones interviewing her, which was utterly intellectual and engrossing.
Thank you so much for coming here tonight. How did you come to be here at Kristiane's event?
Well, it was interesting. We played a gig in Birmingham where Kristiane had come to do a book launch, and we had played there, and so we had connected. And then she was organising this event, and I know that she was a bit stuck for the entertainment, and she had sent a message. She didn't have my contact details. She sent a message to a friend, and we ended up at the same event somewhere on the same day she'd sent the message. I didn't know. She collared me, said, "Look, would you play?" And
she obviously heard you guys and was very impressed, and that's how you came to be here tonight. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
How long have you been together as a band?
We've been playing live for about 4 years. Our first sort of debut performance was in front of no less than Jermaine Jackson, which was a difficult debut to do.
What did he make of it? Did he say?
I spent the day with him afterwards, and he gave us loads of great advice. So, and from that, really, we just started working really hard at it. And
so, do you have his number on your speed dial?
I do, actually.
Could I have it? Well, this is great. And how would you describe your music?
Well, there's lots of influences. It's definitely cross-culture, because you have Western style guitar, which is not often used in South Asian music, along with tabla and bass and vocals. So it's very much a cultural mix as well in the writing and the lyrics, and so which is very reflective of ourselves, being second-generation Muslims, and one of us is a revert to Islam. So it's very much a reflection of our more complex culture, and culture is not a simple thing. It's not a case of one size fits all. Everyone has a unique culture. So
it's certainly a joy to listen to, and thank you so much for coming here to play tonight. Thank you.